Okay, so you think TikTok is just an app for 15-second dance videos. You open it, and it's just an endless feed that somehow always knows exactly what you want to watch next. Here's the problem with that picture: building an algorithm that good, one that can analyze a billion people's viewing habits in real time and predict what will hold their attention down to the second, costs an almost incomprehensible amount of money in computing power, data infrastructure, and engineering talent. A free app with no subscription fee shouldn't be able to afford that. And yet, TikTok's parent company is on track for roughly $50 billion dollars in profit this year alone, out of a business targeting more than $180 billion dollars in total revenue. Something is missing from the picture, and by the end of this video, you'll understand the actual machine running underneath the dancing. Here's the thesis: TikTok is not a video app that happens to run ads. It is the most efficient attention harvesting machine ever built, powered by an algorithm so good at predicting desire that it doesn't need you to follow anyone or search for anything. It just watches what you watch and sells that knowledge to the highest bidder, one auction at a time. To understand how we got here, rewind to 2016. A Chinese company called ByteDance, founded by Zhang Yiming, had already built a wildly successful short video app in China called Douyin. That same year, ByteDance launched an international version under a new name, TikTok. Then, in 2017, ByteDance did something that looked strange to outside observers. It spent close to $1 billion acquiring a struggling app called Musical.ly, a lip syncing platform popular with American teenagers that had millions of users but no real business model. ByteDance merged Musical.ly's user base directly into TikTok. This wasn't a vanity purchase, it was an instant, ready made audience acquisition, buying millions of engaged Western teenagers in one transaction instead of spending years and untold advertising dollars building that audience from zero. Within 2 years, TikTok was the most downloaded app in the world. Here's the mechanism that made all of it work, explained simply first. Imagine a matchmaker who doesn't ask you a single question about your preferences. Instead, they just watch which strangers you linger near at a party, who makes you laugh, who you glance at twice, and within minutes, they can introduce you to someone you'll genuinely like better than if you'd filled out a dating profile yourself. That's TikTok's For You page. Most social platforms before TikTok relied on what's called a social graph, showing you content from people you already follow. TikTok built something different, an interest graph. It doesn't care who you follow, it tracks how long you pause on a video, whether you rewatch it, whether you scroll past it in half a second, whether you tap the comments. Every one of those signals feeds a recommendation model that refines itself with almost no delay. A brand new account with zero followers can go viral to millions of strangers within hours, something nearly impossible on a platform built around your existing social circle. This is why TikTok feels almost uncomfortably accurate. It isn't guessing what you like, it's measured directly, moment to moment, and it never gets tired of learning. Now, scale that mechanism into money. Every one of those data points, what you watch, how long, what you skip, builds an extraordinarily precise advertising profile. Advertisers then bid for placement inside your feed through an automated auction, similar in principle to the auctions running Google and Meta, where the winning ad is decided by a combination of bid size and predicted relevance to you specifically. TikTok's ad formats range from simple in feed videos, which blend into the scroll so seamlessly that many users can't immediately tell their ads, to full takeover placements that dominate the screen the instant you open the app. Cost per thousand impressions on TikTok typically runs somewhere between $10 and $30, depending on targeting, and the platform's global advertising revenue climbed from under $4 billion in 2021 to over $30 billion by 2025, one of the fastest revenue growth curves any advertising business has ever posted. The algorithm isn't just entertainment, it's the most valuable targeting engine in advertising, built entirely from the exhaust of your own scrolling behavior. But advertising is only half the machine. TikTok added a second revenue engine directly inside the app: TikTok Shop, a built in storefront where creators can tag products in their videos and viewers can buy without ever leaving the feed. This turns entertainment directly into a point of sale. A viewer doesn't need to search for a product, the product finds them mid scroll, already endorsed by a creator they trust, with a checkout button one tap away. TikTok Shop now generates over $1 billion a month in US sales alone, Combine that with advertising, and TikTok has effectively rebuilt the entire shopping mall inside a single infinite scroll, collapsing discovery, desire, and purchase into one uninterrupted motion. Now, here's the part that separates TikTok's economics from Google and YouTube's, and it's a real weakness in the model. TikTok's creator payouts have historically been far thinner than YouTube's. Where YouTube guarantees creators 55% of ad revenue tied directly to their videos, TikTok's early creator fund paid out from a fixed pool divided among enormous numbers of creators, often amounting to just a few cents per thousand views. The company later replaced it with the Creativity Program, paying more for longer videos, but industry analysts still estimate TikTok's effective creator payout rate sits closer to 10 to 20% of ad revenue generated, a fraction of YouTube's split. TikTok can get away with this because, unlike YouTube, its algorithm doesn't need creators to build a subscriber base for content to succeed. Virality is manufactured by the interest graph itself, not earned through years of audience building, which means TikTok holds significantly more leverage over the people supplying its content than YouTube ever did. The biggest insider story in TikTok's economics, though, isn't a business decision at all. It's geopolitics. Because TikTok is powered by an algorithm originally built in China by a Chinese parent company, US lawmakers spent years arguing it posed a national security risk, culminating in a 2024 law demanding ByteDance sell off its American operations or face a nationwide ban. After multiple delayed deadlines and an extraordinary standoff involving both the American and Chinese governments, the saga finally resolved in January 2026. A new entity, TikTok USDS joint venture, was formed, majority owned by American investors including Oracle, Silver Lake, and the Abu Dhabi firm MGX, with ByteDance retaining just under 20%. The deal, valued at roughly $14 billion, required TikTok's algorithm to be retrained exclusively on US user data under Oracle's direct oversight, effectively rebuilding the engine that made TikTok valuable in the first place, just to keep operating in its largest advertising market. It's a rare case where the single most valuable asset a company owns, its algorithm, became the exact reason regulators nearly shut the entire business down. Step back and look at the full shape of this business. TikTok doesn't sell dance videos. It sells prediction, the ability to know what a stranger wants to watch before they know it themselves, then auctioning access to that prediction to advertisers and merchants in real time. The entertainment is the bait, the behavioral data is the product. And the geopolitical fight over who gets to own that prediction engine turned out to be worth billions more than the app itself. So the next time you tell yourself you're just killing 5 minutes on TikTok, remember, nobody had to teach the algorithm what you like. You already showed it one scroll at a time.